Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Good morning again, and good morning, Paul. Good to see you again.
Good to see
I feel
you.
like you look more Nigerian than I do.
The more you hang out with the Nigerians, you become one.
So Paul was with us yesterday, and he shared beautifully. I feel like we were all inspired, and there's a tendency to, even if we were commercial, start thinking that we should switch and be non-profit. So for the benefit of those that were not here yesterday, I would like you to speak to us again about Deacon before I go into asking questions. So just
Speak about.
Deacon about what you're doing.
Okay.
Just summary, please.
Okay. I'm Paul Ninson from Ghana, your neighboring country. Sometimes, to go into deep, I just don't know. Since I've been here, why is Nigerian picking fights with Ghanaians? You're 250 million people. You're bigger than us. We're not even up to 50 million. Why? In football, in basketball, in jollof, in food, everything Nigerian won't fight Ghanaians. Why? Lagos is bigger than Nigeria. Anyway, I'm Paul Ninson. I run a Deacon Center in Ghana. Deacon Center is a visual education institution. Our mission is educating creative leaders to transform Africa. That's all we do. And we have a photo library, which is the biggest in Africa. We have a gallery, which is the only gallery in Ghana. And we have a couple of projects we're working on. We have the only visual education, is the only photojournalism and documentary practice in Africa, which is free as well. For the past 2 years, we've educated 6 Nigerians and then Ghanaians as well. Thank you.
Please a round of applause for that. So from your conversation yesterday, I see that you are a socialist.
Yes.
And you're heavy on reading. So
Yes.
for the artists that are here, and you're heavy on us taking charge of our narratives, telling informed stories. Mm-hmm. But I would want you to shed light on the fact that, do you feel the fact that you're a socialist affects how you tell stories, and how do you create that balance? Or how do we create that balance as individuals? Because, okay, you advocate we should go out, we should read, we should study, we should research for whatever topic it is that we might want to execute a project on. But where do we draw the line? How do we... so Sadiq mentioned something earlier, that the moment we publish our images, it's open to interpretation. And I understand that there would always be the subjective nature of how people perceive what we do. But at what point do you feel our stories, based on our perception, starts crossing the line? Are there rules to confine how we tell our story?
No. There's no rule to the game. We set our rules and we dictate our own terms. What I'll say, and the whole point of coming here to Benin City, is, can we build our own rules? Can we build our own system? Yesterday, I made a practical effort to get people here together. Can 5 people come together and start a blog post about stories of Benin City? Don't you think people read? Every week, one blog post with pictures. There's so many photographs on hard drives than you've ever published. True or false? Okay. I like practicality. How many photographers will publish their work on that platform? Raise up your hand. How many photographers will publish their work on their platform? The title of the website is Hard Drives of Benin City. How many photographers? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've started. 9. How many writers are in this room? Where's the poet? Good. We have 1. She will lead it in writing. Another one. Who is good at website? Website. Good. We use Squarespace. It's $20 a month. Where is Ola? Where's your boss?
He stepped out.
Okay, come. He will give the seed fund and our support. Okay.
Wale, please come closer.
Wale, we're starting a website.
Considering what you're talking about,
Yes.
Story actually has a platform.
A
where
platform.
we-
Okay, good.
where
Now
we-
the platform is going to tell stories about Benin City.
Yeah.
So photographers, we've got 9. 9 already. We've got a writer.
So, Wale.
Exactly.
But before
We've
that,
started.
Wale, could you just speak more about it? Because it's been existing and apparently a lot of people don't know about it. So
Okay, we're starting afresh. Don't worry. We're refreshing it. I won't let him talk. We're refreshing it. We're going to determine what journalism rules are for the people of Benin City. In Benin City, what are our terms and conditions? We are communal at first. We care about our neighbors. That is what the journalism rules are. It doesn't start with ethics. Our ethics is what we believe in. We are communal. In Decan, every photojournalist who completes the Decan program has his own ethics on his website. Me, I have things I believe in. I'm tackling the point of socialism. I'm a giver first before anything else. I care about relationship. So if I care about relationship and I'm photographing an old mother, when I go to his house, photojournalism and journalism of the West says that I cannot eat her food. You come to my mother's house, come to tell story of my mother. Then my mother give you food and you don't eat. Get out. But the white people who designed that do not know about Benin City. So you see how the stories are not meant for us because they don't understand us. When I go, it's cultural that when I go to a Benin City, their home, as a normal home, they give you what? Water. If I go to Kenya, they give me milk or tea. I was in Masamara. I do a project over there. I did a story of village where there's no men. There's no men. Zero. There's no men in the village. They are fighting against female genital mutilation. They are fighting against suppression of men. They gave me water. They gave me, in Kenya, they have car, right? So everybody. And they milk it. And they heat it. So you see the aroma that comes out. I nearly vomited. And they good, one of the best teas I've drunk. And they gave it to me. Do you think if I rejected it, these women will believe in me and trust me that I'm coming to tell their story? Okay. Let's start now. I want to come back next year. By the time I come back next year, this website is for all photographers. Can tell stories. Don't go far and go and do Lagos and go far away to do 15 stories here. Benin City. We are telling our own story. We are reclaiming our own story. Let's find an archivist. Go to Benin Library or go to the find archives and tell stories of the Benin War nobody knows about. That's how it starts. Somebody can start your social media. Let's post over there. That is how we change. That's how we build system. It doesn't believe in ideologies. I'm a problem solver. I'm a giver. I care about people. So that is how some of these things are. We can go to the nitty-gritties. Everybody want to talk about technical, frequency separation, shutter speed, rule of thirds. Nobody give a damn about it. I don't care. Rule of thirds. My mother doesn't know rule of thirds. My mother is a curator. All her grandkids, she curated everybody's picture. So she tell my cousins and everybody, hey, this week send pictures of a Kriya, of Mansa, and she puts it on her phone. So you're telling me my mother is not a curator? We build so many walls and titles which are useless and brings nothing to us in our storytelling.
Okay, so one thing that piqued my interest is your understanding of self and how you let that flow into what you do. So first off, I feel like before even thinking of community, before thinking of our collective identity, the place for understanding your identity as a human and how how it can influence stories you tell, understanding your own personal identity, understanding your identity in a community, and understanding your community's identity. But I have a question. Now, so people have multiple ideas. Are there stories that are more important than some stories? I want to do a project. How do I go about identifying, aside I am passionate about these projects, how do I prioritize? How do I know this is what I should be working on first? This is what I should pay more attention. This is where I should channel my energy.
My dear, I forgot her name. Oh gosh, I'm terrible with names. Can I put you on the spot with the exercise we just did? Okay, this morning I sat by her, right? I believe in God. I believe in sovereign arrangement of God. I sat by her this morning. I loved her presentation yesterday. I kept on thinking about her. She's one of the best portraitures I've ever seen. She's good. Okay. But yesterday, what I missed out is I didn't get to know who she is in a deeper way. So this morning, we started an exercise. Her mother died of cancer. She's a female. She is a portrait photographer. So I asked her, why can't you do a story about cancer in Lagos? Of women. So the book we gave to us, she's taking mine. I started writing. How do we start a story like that? Most photographers are so prideful, they hide behind the camera. They never talk about themselves. You know why I don't compete? Because you can never be like me. You can never be like me. My shared experience and where I come from is different from yours. Yesterday, I started with my story. My grandparents told me oral history. Did your grandparents tell you oral history of Kumewu in Asante? No. So why will I be competing with photographers? If you don't know yourself and shared identity, it's easy to be copying other people's work. So today, I just did an exercise with her to tap deeper into who she is, her struggles, her identity, her experience. She's a mother. Start from there. And no one can take that away from you. Everyone, I'm going to give you a homework. When you go home, take an A4 sheet, white sheet. Write all your sources, things that influenced you, events that has influenced your life, things that happened to you, moments in life that transformed your life. Do that, front page. All the problems, all the good. I'll tell you mine. I struggled a long time with swimming because when I was a kid, we lived in a farm. We had a well to get water. Then I fell in. I nearly died. It was my senior brother who saved me. So for the longest time, water is like even a shower. When the shower, I close my eyes, then I feel like I'm drowning. To overcome that, I always dreamt of being an underwater photographer. So now I'm on stage 3 of scuba diving. This is my shared experience. It's not yours. You never drowned. So why you want to be like me? You see my social media, you won't copy. You know my story. Focus on yours. I tap deeper into myself, then bring out. So when I bring the story, it's just not a story about you. It's a story about me and my shared connection. So when I'm underwater, right? I don't know how many underwater photographers are in Africa. And I want to be that person who overcame his personal challenges and used and converted that personal challenges into a story. So now I want to go to Egypt and go do scuba diving. The machine is expensive, so I'm saving towards it. It's almost 10,000 US dollars. I'm saving towards it. Oral history, archiving, tradition, because of my shared interest from where I come from. So I entreat everybody to start from you. Don't hide behind the camera. You're too privileged and entitled. Let's stop using those words, capture, take. What are you taking? Those are colonist languages. You're collaborating with somebody to take a picture. The colonist came. He was taking our pictures. Do you know what take means? You don't give. It's not shared. So we've imagine going to an old woman to do a cancer story, and you goes, I'm coming to take your picture. I'm coming to capture. Are you a slave? These are languages that we've inherited, that we are not conscious to change them. Can you change it and say, I'm coming to collaborate with you to make a picture? Because without the woman smiling, you'll not get a good picture. The New York Times and the National Geographic have affected us so much that we don't even see. So, everybody, the assignment, take a picture and you can keep it. White sheet. Write everything that has affected your life, good and bad. Any moment that has affected your life, good and bad. Then take another sheet and look at the influence and how it's affecting your craft today and how you can shift it to your own story. That will inform you stories you are interested in. So when you're chasing me on Instagram, you're such a fool. Because you are living my life. I'm a scuba diver, so you also want to be a scuba diver. So you see how many times we are copying so-called top photographers for nothing. You're copying their insecurity and their struggle. Frequency separation. Stretch, wide angle. Name some of the top photographers in Nigeria. One.
Big H,
Big H, Okay. Then you are all copying them. We want to be like them. Set yourself apart. I told today, everybody go find the book. It's called Blue Ocean Strategy. If you're a photographer, start reading beyond your scope of photography. I read economics books. I read quantum chemistry. I'm such a fool. I read them because I want those things to influence my photography. One of my all-time favorite book is Blue Ocean Strategy. Because if I read that book, you better watch out. I'm coming so strong and competing with you. Because we are all sucked into the frequency separation, camera angles, the lenses. My guy, I work with Humans of New York. He photographed in auto. He doesn't know how to use manual. For 12 years. The guy has raised more than 82 million US dollars in the last 12 years. He's written books and books. He's won so many awards. He's photographed all the presidents. He photographed in JPEG till I met him. I said, "Oga, what is wrong with you?" Did he make his project less? You see, when I said you photograph in JPEG, everybody, hey. In Nigeria, you photograph in JPEG. Then everybody's like, Oga. You know, Nigeria has a special way of editing. As soon as you see Omo Naija, I want photographers to set themselves apart. If you're copying the top photographers, what would you be? So the reason why you're not successful is that you're duplicating someone's life. So even if I give you all the apple, you ask him, how does he get access? You can get all the access in the world. Your pictures look the same.
So I like the fact that you said make stories that are close to you. In summary, make stories that are closest to home.
Because in Benin, since I've been here, I've seen so many stories, but you're in a hurry to pick a plane to go to Abuja, to go to Lagos. Look, I tell you guys, if I was in Benin, I'll focus. Benin is one of the most popular states in the world because of Benin bronze. How many of you have photographed even the making of Benin bronze? You're a filmmaker here. You're in a hurry to go and photograph sexy projects. But nobody even know Benin bronze and how it's being made. Everybody know Benin bronze. Every single person who is in the art space or cultural space knows about Benin bronze. But nobody knows about the people who make Benin bronze. But there are people here who are storytellers. Because when it's home, it's not important. You want to travel, come Ghana. Come do what? So all of us are hoppers. We are in a hurry to go find a sexy story. Then photographers will come together. We are touring Nigeria. Who sent you?
So you made a statement of the fact that we're proud and we hide behind the camera. But with the way you spoke, I feel like it takes more strength to be yourself. It takes more strength to actually be vulnerable.
Yeah, but do you pay attention to yourself? How many of you put your phone away and meditate and go for a walk? We are so grounded in the machine of day to day that you don't pause to know yourself. You're in a hurry to go and like somebody's picture on Instagram and following other people's life. We've been engineered our thoughts and our mind, Netflix and chill. Cristiano Ronaldo. You watch football. I would never watch 90 minutes of football in my life. Why? Then you watch Arsenal. Then you go and watch Barcelona. Then you watch Real Madrid. Your whole Saturday is gone. I watch highlights. 7 minutes, I'm done. At the end of the day, it's not the score you want to know. Who scored the goal? So what is your problem? You've been engineered that you focus on people's life. Celebrities in Nigeria, there are plenty. You're so sucked into other people's life that you don't pause to know yourself. Who are you? So since you don't know yourself, the slightest thing blows you away. Right now, let's bring together movement of Nigerian photographers photographing a different style. All the kids will follow. Wedding, all the kids will follow. Photojournalism, all the kids will follow. I want to travel Nigeria. Who sent you? Then you are broke. I tell you, yesterday I was telling them, a broke photographer can never tell a story. You're broke. How do you tell the story from Nigeria? Find money. Focus. Shut down your studio. Get out. Nobody sent you to go and rent a studio. Nobody sent you. I'm training the next generation of creative leaders. Nobody, Oga. Focus on your craft. I cannot stand here and talk as if I don't have money in my pocket. I know they will lie to you. Me, I like money. Because the money allows me to do my project. It allows me the comfort and the peace to do stories. You want to go and tell a story about cancer. You broke. You are broke. Now you want to tell a story about Nigeria. You don't have money. Keep quiet. Know where you are and go find money. Then afterwards we will come to do other people's story.
I'm not broke in Jesus' name. I'm not broke.
No, but guys, isn't that the truth? You can meet your daily needs. But meanwhile, you're using one of the most expensive cameras. Because another person is. Look, let me tell you last one, right? And I'll be done. I have to catch a plane. See, the system you are copying is different from your system. When I was in New York, right, I buy cameras on credit because it boosts my credit system. And when I buy the cameras on credit, I have a camera which is $13,000, a film camera, Sony FX9. In 6 months, I made my money back. Why? Because the system there allows you to charge your client to pay for the gear. Try that in Nigeria, you shoot your legs. So why are you going to buy the same camera the West use? What will it be of benefit to you? Go according to your needs. I see the Nigerians, they like Fuji. They love Fuji. And they'll be fighting with you on Fuji and Sony. For what? Why Fuji and Sony, all of them take pictures? Just like one of them looks like a rubber. A toy gun. I won't mention names. Sony, everybody. They are talking about color science. For what? So you're copying a system that works for somebody. My $13,000 camera has been paid for. So now it's free. I can buy another one. And I have insurance covering it. So if you want to copy that, be better sure that your father has the money. So young people, I'm saying this, right? For all the young people here, because there's so many young people who want to aspire to be to be all of you. Be careful. That guy over there, he's rich. Oh. He can travel to New York. He's rich. So don't behave as, oh, I want to be I want to do the frequency separation. You know, the Nigerian star. Like rice water. With oil spread across it. No, be you. If you're true to yourself and know who you are, there's nothing that can change you. Nobody can move you because you're content and know yourself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This has been beautiful. Okay, I understand that you have to leave soon, but I still have a lot of questions, but I'll try and cram them together. So I feel like, so in an age where you're having an education, and in an age where it almost seems like information doesn't get to ask you permission before it has access to you. We're on screens all day and we see a lot of stuff. How do we curate for our own betterment? How do we curate what we get to see? How do we limit ourselves from having access to some information? And how do we channel and control what we feed our minds?
So I read a book on neuroscience. Don't judge me. I'm a nerd. I read a book on neuroscience. The brain is a copying machine. That's all it does. It copies and stores. So whatever you see becomes you. So on Instagram, I don't follow photographers whose works are not good. I'm sorry. It's not personal. I'm building my visual memories. I'm a summary of my experience. So there's a subconsciousness which you can't touch. That's how God created it. Right? It's a subconsciousness. So when you feed that subconsciousness, why do you say that I've become a Nigerian? Because I'm hanging out so much with Nigerians. Now my language is changing. The only thing I will eat jollof. You get the point. I'm cooperating. Bayo is my best friend. The more I hang out with him, the more Oga, then the language is feeding me. So think about it. Every morning I have a ritual. I go online to see the latest New York Times stories that are going on. The photographers, I love their work, what they are doing. And I'll go to Vimeo and see videos, the latest videos, and build my visual memory. So when I'm photographing, I'm a summary of the visual memories, right? The muscle, right? Music you listen to, books you read. So I'm exercising, right? I'm exercising like food. The more you eat, the more you grow. But you don't pay attention to the brain. When was the last time you read the book about the subject you want to document? You think photography is all about the camera, but the subject you're photographing, how are you an expert in? So you build the muscles and exercise. So when you speak in public, you're so knowledgeable about the subject. And that is how I practice some of it.
Okay, beautiful. So to wrap up, I would like you to speak about Decoin again. I would want you to speak about the educational opportunities that are available, what your recruitment process is like, and who qualifies for these opportunities, and if you're open to having people volunteer remotely.
I've been bitter by some Nigerians, but it's fine. We will still admit Nigerians. we love you the same. So Decan has layers of programs, right? One, we have the photojournalism and documentary practice, which is about a year. You live in Ghana for free. We provide all the facilities and resources for somebody to come out to be a creative leader. It's a rigorous process. I would lie to you because I don't want to educate people and come out and remain the same. So it's available to everybody. As long as you have a little proof of work you've done, that's it. And anyone can apply. The next, we have journalism fellowship, which is 6 months. So journalists can live in Ghana, provided we give them laptops, we give them the females a place to stay. It's a newsroom. So we've created a newsroom which people come in and do news. We train them in various formats, mental health. We train them in digital asset tools and all those things. So those are some of the things. And also now we have curatorial practice, which we train people to be curators. Again, to expand the program, I'm going to discuss it with Wale on how best we can come here, if next year, bring resources here to train people, even if it's a week, on curatorial practice, on basic things as journalism, right? One time, if I come back, I want to have a workshop. Because I want to do a project. I'm a curator, so I want to do a photo project in Ghana with photographers. So I want to know the latest photographers here who's doing important work, and I can be able to publish it and do an exhibition for them. So those are some of the things that we have in stock right now. And I will say that just go to the Decan website, subscribe to our newsletter. You get all the information and latest things that are coming up. Not everything we post on our social media, some of the things is just for photographers and photographers only. And my last word to all of you that there's a movement happening in Benin City. I always predict the future. 5 years, 10 years, what would it be? So if you're a young person over here, 5 years, 10 years, MOAC just open. Other things are coming along. Benin is a really place everybody's coming. How do you position yourself to be an archivist, a curator, a museum manager, and all that, so that you can be able to be part of what Benin City will be? Thank you.
Thank you very much. This has been so eye-opening. Thank you for your time, Paul.